Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Shotgun now for Lance. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Off the play fake. Here's Corral.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's a nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I think that mean if he's the backside of the backfield, because I know I used to cover. Hey, we get a back cover. He just snapped it out there. He's got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
First down. Here's Corral with it.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
The Panthers had a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's looking forward. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Sometimes these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turn it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Randy, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
He must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but most of thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Fakes the handoff here. Corral.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That was a nice open slant route. What the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it up, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. Going for it on 4th down. Corral completes it to Samuel. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
They're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, find me a star more on the rise than Deebo Samuel after last season. Wide receiver, running back, kick returner. This man does it all for the San Francisco 49ers. Ranked 3rd in the league in all-purpose yardage and deservedly made first-team All-Pro. Building on that.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Corral. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And got his man, complete. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 95 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Lance now to throw.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Again, it's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, Lance. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Misconnection there. He's hit almost 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Corral sets up play action. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. KJ Hamler, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. After the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here to 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Gray on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Here's the option going right. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there just before halftime.
So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
His third rushing touchdown on the year and fourth overall. And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Gould with the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Corral. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Off play action. Here's Corral.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Here's Corral.
Got his target, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big gain of 31 on third down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
On 2nd and 10, here's Corral. This pass caught by Hamler.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
K.J. Hamler.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball, definitely coming from his head coach.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break up a huge gain, so he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot, and he'll separate the receiver from the ball.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
6, 7, yellow, blue, black, black. Red, cycle.
Lance now on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Yellow, go. On the ball.
Lance looks to throw again. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Here's Lance. He's got him in. Complete. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter from Charlotte. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because of the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On the play fake, Corral completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Corral sets up play action. Airing it out deep for Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. He's got the connection downfield to Hamler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Again, it's Corral. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are right back in this football game.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Lance now on first down. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Lance now to throw. Able to find Gray here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Hey, green.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance, he'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not hold it in.
When you're leading in the ball, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. They're probably not game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing his Lance on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Desperation time here. Lance. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To try again after the sack. Lance. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Corral. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Throwing on 2nd and long. Corral dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of it. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Third and long, Corral. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Oh, and now off to the races, down the right side. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners get a bit closer. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a two-score game here in the fourth. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done. Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance, knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now Corral to throw it. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Corral going to look to throw it.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Back to throw. Corral. This pass caught by Hamler.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Here's Corral.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now Corral to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the 49ers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's Lance.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Lance back to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Here's Corral.
This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.